the ocean's warm. Do you like it better when you see the sun? Do you like it better when the sky is blue? I know I do. In a summer state of mind, we be wasted all the time. In a summer state of mind, in a summer state of mind. Want your kisses in the morning light. Wanna be next to you every night. No, I shouldn't love you, but I might. 'Cause your lips, they taste like cherry wine. You're no good for me. We're so bittersweet, but I still want you. I do. Baby, can't you see what you do to me? I just can't resist you. You got me drunk in love, I can't sleep. I need to sober up from this dream. But I can't deny, I can't deny you. I can't deny, I can't deny you. Na 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 na. Stay with me until tomorrow. Could you be the one to kill my sorrows? Maybe one night you can play the hero, even if I know it's only for show. You're no good for me. We're so bittersweet, but I still want you. I do. Baby, can't you see what you do to me? I just can't resist you. You got me drunk in love, I can't sleep. I Honey, honey, I got what you want. Give me all of your love, 'cause it's burning hot. It's what you do to me, babe, I can guarantee. Honey, honey, I got what you need. Under the night sky, I want your eyes all on me. Don't tell me lies now, I always get mine. Don't play with me. Do you want it? Can you feel me? No, can you handle it? Right? Do you want it? Don't you love on hold? I can't take it anymore. Oh, put your love on me now. Trust me and you will see. Oh, honey, honey, I got what you want. Honey, honey, I got what you need. Honey, honey, I got what you want. Honey, honey, I got what you need. Give me your love, no holding back, no. We could take it to the stars, where you wanna go. The things that we can do, don't need to prove you know. Honey, honey, I got what you want. Yeah, under the night sky, I want your eyes all on me. Don't tell me no lies, I always get mine. Don't play with me. So do you want it? Do you want it? Can you feel me? Can you feel me now? Can you handle it? Alright. So do you want it? Don't trade up on hold. I can't take it anymore. Trade up on me now.
Hello everyone, thanks so much for sticking to the end of the video. I'm gonna say some of my thoughts on the new GM 35mm F1.4 and then add a couple more photos in the VSCO cam. So my first impression is pretty good. The photo directly came out of the GM is very sharp. I think it's about 20% sharper. I saw one comment asking how sharp it is. That I think it's about 20% sharper than the Zeiss 35mm F1.4. So that's my first impression on this lens. I will do a couple more photo shoots since I rent it out for 2 or 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks. And then so I will have some other contents with this lens coming up. So the first thing, I'm gonna add a couple of these photos using the VSCO cam, and because some of you using the Android without the R9, I just want to show the VSCO cam this time also, just to see the editing process. And some of you were interested in how to edit this Sony directly out of the camera photos. So directly out of camera, I use the cloudy day white balance to have a more warm tone in the base. So that's my first thing to adjust on the A7iii. So and then just couple of the setting and then exposure. And then the film, I used HB2 for more street, higher contrast, darker area, like shadow black area, darker. So and then I'm gonna adjust the rotation and then the composition crop for 4:5 Instagram crop. So I think it's around here is good. And then slightly change the rotation in the back. I can see that you just need a slight change like that. Okay, so that's good. And then let me save this one, and then I have to go back to this one just to copy the same one to the similar location and then paste it, so it saved a lot more time in this. And then I'm gonna just do a rotation and cropping just to make sure the lines are aligned in the background, so just parallel to the ground. It depends on how your feet are constructed to be consistent of. You can use other filters in the VSCO just to make your feet consistent, just to make sure to space out left and right to not to be too crowded on the feet. Don't give a impression of too intense in the feet arrangement, just to have some space in between each one. So I'm gonna adjust a couple of the setting right here, and then save this one also, and then go back to the draft. These two have the similar style. I'm gonna reduce a little bit more of the light. It was too bright for this one. You can leave it in 3x2 and then post in other platform, but for the Instagram, 4x5 is the one that here. So I'm gonna save this one also. Just go back to the draft and then do another editing. Save 4x5 in here. Slightly reduce the exposure more. So that's before and after, just to have more higher contrast for this one. And then I go back to another one. So let's go back to this green one right here. What we can do here is using the HB2 as well, but this time is 94%, around 9.4, and then reduce the highlight tone, sharpening a little bit more, exposure reduce a little bit more, and out of that we can do 4x5 crop for Instagram, just like that. Okay, so save this one. And because the next one is similar, I'm gonna just save this one and then paste it to here. So as you can see that each photo, it takes about 2 or 3 minutes per edit. So it is pretty good, convenient edit. You don't have to spend a lot of time editing. And then let me go back to this one. So another one is the flower style. So if I go back to the flower style, I can use the HB2 or I can use E5. So I'm gonna use E5 this time, just to do a higher contrast E5, highlight tone, update it, and then sharpening. And then let me update the exposure a little bit more. And then 4x5 crop right here. And then let me save this one. And then go back to the draft because the next couple one are similar. So I'm gonna copy the edit and then paste it to here. So this one is a little bit too bright on the skin. You can see that I'm gonna reduce the exposure a little bit more, increase the contrast, highlight, save, exposure slightly reduce, and then the 4x5 crop right here. So it's around that area. Let me increase the contrast. Okay, so let me redo the cropping again. Next. Okay, so the draft is good, and then let's do it here. Do another 4x5 crop. I think the lighting is good. Exposure we can reduce even more for this one. Saved it. Okay, another draft. So this is the full body. Full body, let's paste the edit first. It's too bright immediately. So let me do a HB2 for this one. And then reduce the exposure much more. So I'm gonna reduce to a lot here. So adjustment 4x5 crop. Like that, and then let me say next and then paste it. Okay, so next one. Okay, next couple one are similar, so let me copy this edit and then paste the next 4, and then I'm gonna edit some in other locations. So just copy and paste the edit. It will save a lot more time, and you can position the head around the top third area. Right now it's top right third, so it's pretty quick. And then next one, so this one, let me adjust the 4:5 crop. Put the position on the right third area, and then let me do a draft update adjustment. So this one you can use the flower on the left side to lead to the portrait, so that's the composition explanation right here. So you can just have some foreground to add in some layer to the composition just to make it more interesting. Let me save this one like this and then save it. So as you can see that it's about 2 minutes per photo, and especially if there's an edit, it is even quicker. So let me edit this one. This one is a street style, so street style is better to use HB2, so it's good for the dark blue tones for street style. So let me reduce the exposure a little bit more and then increase the contrast, and then do an adjustment 4:5 crop right here, and then we can save it, and then let's copy this one. I'm gonna edit these two just for the same background. Oh, it is too bright, so I'm gonna reduce the exposure a little bit more, but the overall composition is already pretty good already, so we don't have to adjust a lot, just to crop it like this. Okay, and then we're gonna edit this one as well. So let me paste this one and then edit adjustment. Save it. So as you can see, I have edited more than 10 photos. I want to edit this one as well, because this one I'm gonna use a different filter for this. I'm gonna use C9. You can see that the cloud color are totally different feel. It's a different tone in here, so it is a different atmosphere. So that's a different kind of edit. It's more environmental context and then some film style. So this is the new style from these two that are most used in my feed. So that's why it's slightly a little bit different, but this one definitely using the HB2 again for this one, and then increase the contrast and then the sharpening and then the tone save, and then do a 4:5 crop in here. Okay, so yep, that's good, and then save as. So so that's a quick editing of all these photos, and then I will have more shoots coming up, and then I will do some more comparison later on after I get used to this lens for maybe 1 week or something. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more video coming up. Click the like and subscribe if you like this video, and thanks so much for the support. Bye, see you next time.